Hello everyone, welcome back to another monthly TBR video where I play TBR Star Hop to see what books I'm going to read for the month. And I am really looking forward to this month. I am going to have so little time, but I am kind of hoping to get some reading in while I'm traveling. I'm going to be going over to Austria, and so I'm going to be on an airplane for a good chunk of time. There's going to be extended traveling hours. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get a decent amount of reading done in that time. And so I'm not super wanting the game to be mean, but I do have a little bit of wiggle room for time. Other than that, I'm going to be obviously hanging out in Europe. I have a lot of schoolwork that I need to do. And so really it's not going to be reading focused quite as much in August as I had time for, like maybe even some previous months. But we'll just see what the game does. It was so nice to me last month. I feel like there's no way it's going to do that again. Like that was just too nice. But let's go ahead. Let's look at the books that it picked for me and whether I read them or not. So here is my beautiful stack. This was seriously one of the best TBRs that the game has ever given me. We had One for My Enemy for a book with white cover, which I read. Happy Place for a book 390 to 420 pages. I read that one as well. Long Shadow for the final book in a series, which I also read. The Atlas 6 for a female author sprayed edge book. I have a version that has sprayed edges. I just did not grab it. I read that one as well. And then Priory of the Orange Tree for Spinner Wheel Perfect Time pick, which I also read. I have completed all of the books for this TBR, and honestly, I loved so many of the books on here. I think that this was such a great TBR. I won. I get to remove another black hole from the board. All things are good. I feel like July might have set me up in such a nice place that it's going to be a little bit meaner in August, but you never know. Maybe it's going to continue this streak because I have been taking advantage of how nice it's been. I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into the first roll and just fingers crossed that it's at least moderately nice to me. Whew. Okay, here we go. We are removing this black hole from the board. I am so happy to finally be removing this one. It is way too far, and now we only have one extra black hole left to remove. I'm very happy about this. Okay, first roll, be nice. A 4. I don't think that's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a comet. Best spot ever. Yes, okay, woohoo! This is an amazing start. For those of you who don't know, comments are free spaces. I do not need to pick a book for that spot, and I just move on to the next roll. Okay, second roll. A 6. I also think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Moon prompt is weapon on the cover. I feel like I get this quite often, but this isn't too bad because I like to read fantasy and they have a lot of weapons on the cover. Okay, first roll, we got weapon on the cover, a moon prompt. And for that one, I might regret starting off with this, but I'm going to be putting on Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. This book I have been reading along with this series with a lot of people from my channel. I did kind of postpone the live show for Words of Radiance because a lot of people fell behind and I just wanted to give people time to catch up. But we are technically on Oathbringer, and so I'm going to be putting this onto my TBR for the month of August, and I am really looking forward to reading this one. I think last time when I read it, I absolutely loved the ending, but kind of got a little bogged down in the middle of it. Still really loved it. This was a 5-star book. Every book in this series was a 5-star read for me, but I'm wondering how it's going to differ on this second read through. I am a little bit behind on like the actual timing wise of Oathbringer. I haven't actually started it yet, so I'm going to be reading the entire book in the month of August, but I just can't wait for this book. I think it's going to be so much fun to reread it again, see things that I might have missed the first time around, pick up on more little Easter eggs that he's hidden, little hints to what's coming. I'm loving the reread of the series, and if you're rereading it as well, let me know your thoughts on how it's going for you in anticipation for the final book coming out. But yeah, this is the first one going on the TBR, which is a little nerve-wracking because it's huge, but I'm gonna have to read it anyways, so here we go. Okay, next roll. We get a 5. I do not know why I like threw the dice like that, but we have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay. Star prompt is a buddy read. I just got, okay, maybe I got this in my mini readathon. Buddy read. I can do that. Okay, this next prompt we got a star. The prompt is buddy read. Honestly, it would have been kind of nice to have not put Oathbringer on there because I could have picked it for this one, but I'm going to be going with the book that is currently leading the poll on my Patreon buddy read for the month of August, and that is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This one is winning right now on my Patreon poll, so it will maybe be our Patreon buddy read for the month of August. If it's not, since I was late to getting the poll up, I will take the punishment for this and I'll have to read this one and whatever my patrons pick for me in order to win this prompt. So I'm really looking forward to this book. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard some not so great things too. So we'll see what I think, but the cover is stunning. I think the cover is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really hoping that like the fantasy world in here is really good, really well developed. I honestly don't know a lot about what this book is actually about, but it has dragons, which is always a plus for me. Okay, next roll. We get a 4. We're really not moving that fast, but I think 4 is safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a sun, and the sun prompt is a book that has an epilogue. I think that's doable. Okay, sun prompt, a book that has an epilogue, and this one I think I'm going to go with Dawnshard. This is another Brandon Sanderson book within his Cosmere, within his Stormlight Archive series. This is a novella that needs to be read after Oathbringer. So this might become a problem if I don't finish Oathbringer, because then I won't be able to read this one, but I'm putting it on. I'm challenging myself. I am going to push myself to be able to get through the books that I need to for this buddy read, and I remember really enjoying Dawnshard the first time that I read it, and it has a lot of really important information in it. So I'm excited to have this one on the TBR, plus it's a novella, so that will hopefully help me out with finishing my TBR. Okay, so far so good. Let's get a big number. 10. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, little too close for comfort. Double star, and our prompts are a hyped book that's also a friend pick. Okay, I will see what I can do on this one. Okay, so the next roll, we got a double star prompt, friend pick and hyped. So I'm going to text my friend Angela, and hopefully she gets back to me, you know, sometime this morning, and I can film the clip of her letting me know the book that she has picked for me to read, and then I will insert it right after this. Okay, so Angela did get back to me, and the book that she decided to have me read, I am actually so excited about this pick, and that is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I've read a lot of Robert Jackson Bennett. I read his Founderside series and his Divine Cities trilogy, is that what it's called? The like City of Stairs and stuff, and absolutely loved both of them. Thought they were so good. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I've heard this kind of is like a mystery thriller fantasy, which I am very intrigued by. I think he did that somewhat within his like City of Stairs series as well, which I absolutely adored. So definitely looking forward to this one. And I think this cover is just absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to get to it. So thank you so much, Angela, for picking this one, putting it on my TBR. It's a decent sized book, but it's not ridiculously thick, which I love. So I think this is a great pick. I'm really excited for it. Okay. What is that little thing? We don't want a 6. Okay, anything but a 6. Ma! But, ooh, I feel like we have hit that black hole more than like any other spot on the board ever. How does it just suck you in like that? It's insane. It's not right. It's not right. Okay, fine. 6. Ugh, okay. I shouldn't be so angry with the board. It's got like fuzzies on it. What is going on? Oh my goodness, how is this possible? Oh, it was so nice the last couple of months. It's okay. You know what? I've had some good months. This isn't the end of the world. It's fine. Okay, did not want that. That was not what we were going for whatsoever. I'm kind of sad, but also it's okay. We only have like 3 books on the TBR as of right now, so this will just be book number 4. Hopefully we can move through the game again relatively quickly, but for those of you who don't know, since I hit the black hole, I have to go back to the beginning and I have to pull a prompt or a series out of this jar. This jar has all of the series that I am in the middle of, and then I have to continue on with the next book in that series. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we get. I have some really long books in here. I mean, again, if I pick Wheel of Time, I'm probably going to start over from the beginning because it's been so long. Master Artificer, that one would be an intense one to pick as well. But I do have some shorter ones like graphic novel series and middle grade. So here's the one I have chosen. Sorry, it's like weirdly in my hand. Let's see what we get. What does it say? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Realm of the Elderlings? Oh no. I'm not mad about it. I love this series, but this is a long series. We are putting on a really thick adult high fantasy book here. Oh, this could be it. This could make me fail. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be back. Okay, we have it here. Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb. This is technically the first book in a trilogy, but it is the next book in the Realm of the Elderlings world. Whew, I am so sorry about it because I had to go downstairs to get this one. I absolutely love the Realm of the Elderlings. Robin Hobb is one of my absolute favorite authors of all time. Plus, she's going to be coming to Dragonsteel, so I would really like to finish out the Realm of the Elderlings before Dragonsteel in December. So this might not be a bad pick, after all. It'll be a challenging pick, but I've been looking forward to continuing on with this world for a long time. Plus, this is the Fitz and the Fool series, and I love Fitz and the Fool. I cannot wait to get back with them. I cry. I feel so many emotions within this world. This is seriously one of the most emotional worlds that I have ever read, and I'm excited about this, actually. I think I'm really excited about this fic. This could be a good one. This could go over very well. So I'm not mad about this now that I've kind of settled into it, but I would not be surprised if I end up not finishing because this is thick. It takes a long time, and it's already kind of a long TBR that I'm looking at here. So we'll just see how this goes because we're at the beginning. We're at the very first spot. We are starting over essentially, and we already have a couple really, really thick books on here. How many pages is this? 630 pages. Whew. It's fine. I've got this. Rolling again. I mean, I'd really like to not hit another black hole, but here we go. 9. I think that's good. Whew, barely good. Man, that was close. Okay, our prompt is a book 10 to 12 letter title. Did I not mix these prompts? This is ridiculous. Okay. Okay, for the next prompt, first prompt of our next round through the board, we got a sun, and the prompt was a 10 to 12 letter title. And for this one, I'm going with Atlas Paradox by Olive Blake. This one is the second book in the Atlas 6 series, which I read Atlas 6 last month, and I'm reading Atlas Paradox this month. So I've heard such mixed things about this one. Some people really love it. Some people absolutely hated it and did not think it was a great follow-up to Atlas 6. So I'm fingers crossed that I like it. I'm really hoping that this one is going to work for me and I'm going to really enjoy it. But I don't... You know, I'm realizing that when I counted the letters of this book, I did not count the. And I don't care right now. You know what? We just started over at the beginning and we rolled a sun, and I've got really thick books on here, so I'm going to be putting this one on anyways. I don't care. I'm doing it because I kind of looked for this, and I just counted in my head. I was like counting it, and I was like, Atlas Paradox, you know what? It's counting. I'm keeping it. Fight me on this. I'm doing it. So this book is going on to the TBR. Hopefully I really enjoy it. This is kind of like a dark academia where these people are involved in this Library of Alexandria society. They have so much information at their fingertips, but they really have a lot of secrets within this society. So intrigued to see where we go from here. I loved Atlas 6. So good. So fingers crossed that I'm in the minority who likes this one. There we go. 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Pass the wormhole and getting a star prompt. We like to see it. A romance book. Can do. Next, we got a star prompt. The prompt is romance. And for this one, I'm going to go with another Emily Henry. I wasn't in love with Happy Place, so hoping I fall back onto the Emily Henry train, and I'm going to read Funny Story. This is her most recent release. I'll probably be listening just to the audiobook of this one because it is currently only out in hardback, and I don't want a hardback because I have all of her other books in paperback. I don't know anything about this one except I've heard some people say that this is their favorite Emily Henry book, so definitely hoping that I love this one. And romance books tend to be really fast reads for me, especially when I'm doing them on audiobooks, so fingers crossed that this helps me get through this TBR because I'm looking over the stack and it's looking really scary at the moment. Oh. Ooh, come on, be nice to me. A 5. I mean, not bad, but still kind of small. Okay. Ooh, yes, another star. We like to see it. The first book that I think of. Oh, I always blank when this prompt comes up. You know, this is hard. I'm not doing this one. I don't know. I feel like I'm cheating every time I get that prompt. Okay, a book that was gifted. I can do this one. Okay, next prompt we got was a star. Prompt was gifted, and I may come to regret this. Like, I might. But I just opened this one, and it is The Rise of the Phoenix by E.S. Fryer. This was a book that my sister gifted me for our sister book exchange for the month of July. And it's pretty chunky. How many pages is this? Let me look really quick. It's 627 pages. So this is a pretty chunky book, but I'm hoping that it will be a fast read. I really don't know what to expect from this, but I do really want to read it. I'm trying to keep up with all of the books that we've been doing for this sister book exchange. I've been vlogging them all. I haven't been editing them very well. I'm really behind on that, so very sorry, but yeah, I'm putting this one on. It's gonna happen. I think that this will be a really fun read, so yeah. This one's going on the TBR, and oh, just fingers crossed I can get through it. What am I doing to myself? Okay, be nice to me. Come on. 3. Seriously? 1, 2, 3. I mean, at least it's another star, right? Treat yourself. Yay, this means I get to buy myself whatever book I want. My next roll, we got a star, and the prompt is treat yourself, which sometimes I know what book I want to buy and I already have it in mind, and so I tell you right now. But I think what I might do, and I might change this is just a thought, but I might do a vlog where I just go to the bookstore, buy a book, and then read it, and kind of have it be a focus vlog on that book that I end up reading. But I'm not going to pick right now because I don't have books in mind that I definitely want to buy this month. So I'm going to hold off on saying what book it is, and I'm going to go to the bookstore and just let myself pick out a book that I want, and that one's going to fit this prompt. Okay. 5. No 5s, no 12s. Ooh, come on, good numbers. 9, I like that. Okay. Man, I am getting all the star prompts today. A book with royalty in it, that is easy to do. Okay. This stack is looking really tall. We got a star prompt. The prompt is royalty, and the book that I chose to put on is To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang, and this one is the book that my sister sent me for the month of June. This is our sister book exchange book as well, so I have 2 of those on this TBR, and this book I believe is kind of a book that talks a lot about like colonialization, and this girl has powers and she is like somehow pulled into using them for the opposing side. And I'm just intrigued to see how I enjoy this book. I've heard mixed things about it. I haven't really heard anyone talk in depth about their thoughts on it, just kind of mixed reviews of whether people enjoyed it or not. I'm hoping to really like it. I like the cover. I think it's really pretty. It is kind of shiny and holographic, so sorry about that. But this one's gonna go on, and oh man, fingers crossed, this is the final book before the spinner wheel, because I don't know what I would do if it's not. That stack is out of control. If we hit that black hole again, there's no way. Like, I'm out, I'm done. There's no way I'm winning. So, we need to get done. Whew, okay, bigger than a 3, bigger than a 3, bigger than a 3. You've got this. Yes! Oh, wow. Now we get the 12. It's fine. Boom. We are at the end. You know, for hitting the black hole, that actually was not that bad, I don't think. I thought that was actually pretty decent. Still a big stack, but I think we can kind of do it. Let's jump into the spinner wheel spin. Okay, we have reached the end. I am so excited about this. We finally get to do the spinner wheel. Oh man, that stack is insane. I'm kind of nervous about it, but we're onto the spinner wheel. Those of you who don't know, I will spin a wheel of prompts. Then I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits that prompt, or I have to spin again. Or if I spin the same prompt as last month, I have to spin again as well. And last month was perfect timing. My phone's over here. So here we go. I'm honestly not too super worried about what prompt we get. I don't want to get the same one as we got last month, but other than that, I think I'll be okay. I do have a few ideas of some books that I want to potentially read this month. Not that I have too many left after this huge stack, but we shall see. Let's do it. Yes, okay. Adult fantasy, here we go. 10 seconds. Woo! Yes, okay, here we go. Found it. I don't know if I was gonna make it back in time, so I like shoved the book into the camera instead. Sorry that was really quiet. I don't know if you could hear the spinner wheel. I usually try to make it louder, but I'm going with The Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake. This is the 3rd and final book in her Atlas 6 series, and I would like to finish out series more quickly together than I have done in the past. So I'm going to be putting this one on as well. I will finish out the series this month. That is my goal. So yes. I am so scared of this stack. This is not the month for this. Yeah. Okay, here's our stack for the month of August, and it's just ridiculous. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do this. Okay, let's go through them. We have Dawn Shard for a book with an epilogue. We have Fool's Assassin for a black hole pick. We have When the Moon Hatched for a buddy read. The Rise of the Phoenix for Gifted. To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods for a book with royalty in it. The Atlas Paradox for a book with 10 to 12 letter title. We're not going to talk about it. The Atlas Complex for spinner wheel adult fantasy. Tainted Cup for a hyped friend pick. Oathbringer for a buddy read pick. Wait. Oathbringer for a book with a weapon on the cover. Sorry. And then we have Funny Story for a romance. I don't know if this is possible. I don't know if this is possible at all. This is a very unrealistic TBR for the month of August because I know what I have going on in the month of August and I just don't see it happening. But you know what? We're going to do our best. I'll do my best. Okay, that is it for the TBR for the month of August. It is a little bit unrealistic. a lot of it unrealistic. We'll see what happens. At least now I have a black hole left that I can put on there, and I won't have to put like something else. But fingers crossed that we don't get to that point. Fingers crossed that we can get through this TBR and it'll work out well for us. But I'm really looking forward to a lot of these books. I think it's going to be a good reading month, even if I don't get through everything on this TBR. I'm really excited about a lot of these, and I am really going to try. I really would love to. Maybe I'll have to end up doing like a bonus readathon in August. That might be necessary, but let me know what your August looks like, what books you're excited about reading, and any books that maybe I should keep my eye out for. The Treat Your Shelf, which is also on there, which I forgot about. Whew. Okay, yeah, that one's also on there. Let me know if there's any books I should keep an eye out for that one as well. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new content. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.